7:44. So when a small village in Devon discovered that 3 fallen soldiers from the First World War had never been acknowledged with a memorial of any kind, they set out to put that right.
And the result is spectacular, actually. 5,000 poppies cascading down the side of a church. It's a beautiful tribute honouring the service of the young men for their country. And Ben Boulos is there for us now. It's quite a sight, particularly in that early morning light, Ben.
Isn't it just stunning? And so moving that all of those poppies placed by hand that form this installation, this tribute to the 3, well, boys they were when they went off to fight for their country from this village, who had been forgotten until someone discovered that they had made that sacrifice and decided to pay tribute and brought the village together in order to do it. And that person was Sue Dunn, who lives in the village. Sue, just tell me how you discovered the story and the names of those boys that you wanted to pay tribute to.
It's through the Commonwealth War Graves Foundation, really. We found that we had one war grave here, and from then on that just kind of sparked us off to find if there was any more soldiers here, which there were 2 more that went, so 3 in total went, and we had no knowledge whatsoever of them. And from that moment on, the project began, and we got everybody else on board. There were about 8 core people of us who started it, and it was everything was handmade from then on to remember them by, really. But our main effort was to get their names remembered and to bring them back into the village.
And 2 of them were brothers: Arthur Piper, who was 21 when he died, his brother William Piper, who was 28 when he died. And then George Westcott, another man from the village, who also died in the First World War, also at the age of 21, so young. And how much did people engage with it here? What kind of reaction did you get?
I think it's because they had no knowledge of it before we brought it back into the village, and from that moment on, it was really important to all of us, the whole community, to just get them remembered. And we all came together, and hopefully we've achieved that.
Okay. Well, Sue had some help with the project from Graham Dunn. Graham, we've seen the stunning poppies, but tell us about the bench behind you as a lasting tribute that you helped to create.
Yeah, well, the bench was made by some young men who actually work here in the village. We wanted to show a rural backdrop, so we created it around the image of a field gate, because all the lads that went, they were all farm workers in this parish. So we wanted it to feel relevant to them rather than anything else. So that's how we based it.
And this isn't a project that's happened overnight. This has taken, how long has it taken, all of this?
Well, since Sue found out, say 4 years ago, she sort of put together ideas, and really the real hard graft has started this year with creating the ideas for the bench. We've thrown that around, in our group, and that's really this year has been the main focus, right through to now.
Okay. I mean, it's absolutely stunning, and I mean, we can see the thousands of poppies here outside the church. The display, the installation continues inside, and I'll take you inside a little later this morning. But just take a few moments to absorb the beauty and the solemnity of this. I'm just going to leave you with a few words from a poem I heard last year at the Festival of Remembrance, marking 100 years of the Poppy Appeal. It was written by the poet Thomas Roberts. So many young and brave and hopeful fought for a world that they would never know, and fields once green, now stained by bloodshed, became a place where poppies grow.
Absolutely stunning down there, doesn't it? The tributes for those 3 young men: Arthur Piper, brother William Piper, and George Westcott, who was just 21.
Their individual stories are amazing. If you find yourself in the area, do go down, have a look and learn more about their history.